part of my studies, I learned about Patricia Benner's theory. She says that there are 5 levels of skills acquisition for nurses: novice, advanced beginner, competent, proficient, and expert. As a student, I was a novice. Now moving to the advanced beginner stage, who's going to help me become that expert? There have been a multitude of studies done about who the best preceptors are. Are they experienced nurses who have been around for years? Are they the most educated nurses? When it comes down to it, who's better at it? The nurse that spent more time on the floor, or the nurse that spent more time in school? There are many paths to becoming a nurse. A 2-year ASN, a 4-year BSN, an advanced degree such as a master's or even a doctorate in nursing. But it's more to being a nurse than just taking tests and replying to questions. You need to be able to put it all together. Sometimes multitasking is the only thing that gets you through your day. It's a priority to be able to care for your patient, to document, to take some time for yourself so that you can breathe and that you can always think clearly. Do they teach that in a book? So we know how a nurse gains their education, but how do they gain their experience? Is it time on the unit? Is it skills practiced? Is it education that they've picked up? Different training that's been provided to them throughout their career? We want all nurses to be proficient and competent. But how do they get that way? This one brief overview shows us that there are 9 different nursing specialties out there. But think about this for a minute. Would you want a nurse who has primarily worked on an oncology unit to be sent to a neonatal intensive care unit to take care of your baby? Where does a nurse receive that kind of specialized training? When we're in school, we're taught a little bit about every specialty. Once we reach the real world, onto a nursing unit, and become more experienced, we're in our comfort zone. We stop learning about those other specialties. And that, to use the example of the oncology nurse being pulled to the neonatal intensive care unit as an example, puts us out of our learning curve into our danger zone. Perhaps there's an opportunity for learning in the hospital setting. What I'm proposing is nurses come out of their comfort zone, leave their own units, and float to other units to gain experience, so that in case of a need, they were able to float to those other units to support them. It's educational for the nurses, it's enough experience to become a well-rounded nurse, and it gives every nurse an opportunity to learn a little bit more as they further their career. Nursing is a dynamic profession. Being able to continue your education once you've become a competent nurse and proficient nurse, and possibly even an expert nurse, is very, very important. Those experiences, the time that you spend learning about other specialties, something that makes you more well-rounded, makes you more marketable, and a better decision maker. In the end, the bottom line is, whatever kind of nurse you decide to become, whether it be caring for a geriatric patient or for a newborn, or spending time on a med-surg unit or an OR, no matter, you've decided to enter a profession that is noble. And just like it says, I'm a nurse. What's your superpower? Why are you still here? Go gain some experience. Learn something.